time for another player profile and projection. It's Talkin Yanks presented by DraftKings, and we've got a big one today, Jake. Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Cruz, Michael Stanton. G. Cruz. Mike.
Yeah.
Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
You like him?
He's still the number 2 Giancarlo that comes up on my Google search. Giancarlo Esposito is an American actor.
Giancarlo Esposito. So we're going to talk about him? You recognize him from anything? Oh, yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Gus Fring.
We'll come back to him at the end of the episode. Man, Giancarlo Stanton, probably much to the chagrin of a lot of pissy Yankee fans, left a pretty good taste in our mouth, huh? Last time we saw him, Homer King of the world, basically.
Yeah, great postseason. I was going through his regular season in the shortened, weird 2020 regular season because he got injured on August. Like, it doesn't look like he missed that much time, but I thought he missed a lot of time. But what was...
He played 23 games last year, which is less than half the season.
I know, but he played, before he got hurt, he played in 14 games. I guess 2 weeks. I guess it's just such a small season.
Yeah.
But his numbers on the season weren't even that bad either. At 87 OPS.
No, he kind of looked like Giancarlo Stanton while he was there in that short stint of a season. Yeah, man, it's just brutal. And I mean, I don't know if we're squashing the bug or eating the frog or whatever your phrase is to do it and go past it, but I mean,
I'm gonna eat the frog.
I'm an eat the frog guy too. I had a boss I kind of didn't love that used it though, so I don't love it. He's only played 41 regular season games the last 2 years. Obviously, part of that is cooked by the 60-game season last year, but I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go in my head to Giancarlo Stanton regular season games the past couple of years, and they're hard to think about because there weren't a lot.
No.
Because of the injuries.
What was the injury he suffered last year? I mean, in 2019, it was
right,
hip
the connector
to knee to everything. It was basically a song you sang about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was last year. But in the postseason last year, I mean, he absolutely went crazy. That home run off glass now is still mind-boggling to watch. That high and away fastball that he just roped on a line out. But in the postseason last year, I mean, did he have in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, in the first 5 games, he had 6 home runs.
Yep.
And then, I mean, he got a double in the 6th game.
Got on base in every playoff game. He was a monster. He showed Yankee fans what he can be when he's right. And what he can be is, he's a guy that's led the league in slugging 3 times. He's a guy that led the league in home runs twice. Led the league in OPS plus once. Hey, there you go, Giancarlo.
He's going to have such a good season.
Man, all things are pointing to that, and it's just scary to say. It's scary to say with all of these, Yankees that have injury question marks. But I guess what Stanton has really proven to us is when he's been on the field, he's been good. There's no Gary question mark about him going into a dark place and us being worried about what he is as a pitcher. Mm-hmm. Even when we did Severino, there's question marks about how he comes back from that kind of surgery and injury and rehab. As long as Stanton's out there, we should be expecting really good things. And I think that's the other thing where Yankee fans still have the weird taste in their mouth is that his first year in the AL, coming over after playing in the NL East all those seasons, he comes over to the AL, new crop of pitchers. There's an adjustment period. And he was playing hurt for us. He had a banged-up hammy, and that's where he kind of started DHing because the lineup needed him. That was the year that the injury bug, started.
Yeah, Shane Anderson times.
And he, was it Shane?
Robinson.
Sugar Shane
Robinson. Stanton hit 38 home runs and 100 RBI that year in 158 games. Imagine just seeing 158 games is insane. But he was playing every day with a bum hamstring. Like, it was tough for him to kind of get around the bases. So if he's like actually healthy, which he has looked this spring, man, a lot of the guys have looked in better shape than past years. Hicks, Glaber, Stanton, like, he's every day they do the StatCast thing, and it's like, oh, the hardest hit balls today is like, here's 3 other guys and 2 balls hit by Stanton.
I think he had like 5 of the hardest hit balls last year.
It's insane. I think he's had the hardest hit ball the past 4 seasons or something like that.
Hits the ball hard.
Even in the limited game actions.
He looks menacing.
Yeah.
In spring training. More so than usual. Like, he looks mad. And I like that.
Well, I think the other thing that's kind of been different this spring is
The other thing that's been a little different this spring.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. On the street corners. Stop talking to me, little guy. Jim, we've said this about Stanton a lot and about a lot of guys' spring training is we've seen him, he lets the ball travel. He almost increases how he goes throughout the spring. I think this is kind of what you're talking about with him being, kind of menacing. He's dialed in.
Yeah.
There hasn't been like, let me see if I can hit the foul pole. Like, he has been trying to hit the ball hard, and he has been, and we wanted to wait to do this PPP for a little bit because we want to see what he looked like, and, I'm in this case, things have aged well so far. He looks good.
He looks very good. He also looks mean.
Menacing.
Yes.
Wow. Menacing Mike.
Want to know an interesting split about Giancarlo?
Yeah.
You know how pitchers usually are better first time they see a guy and then worse the second time and third time?
Right.
Stan is at his best the first at-bat of the game.
Okay.
Last year, very small sample size, right? But last year versus the first time you saw a starting pitcher, he had a 1 OPS.
Like it.
It goes down to 8.6 second time. In 2018, full season with the Yankees, first time you saw a starting pitcher, he has a 1 OPS. Goes down to 7 and 7 second and third time. 2017 with the Marlins, 1 OPS first time. So I didn't know that.
Okay.
He's really good in his first at-bats.
Cool.
He's also a guy that we know kept a notebook full of all the pitchers he faced and how they faced him. And they said when he first came over to the Yankees, 2018 season, like, this is a guy that really pays attention to how guys pitch him and does really good at memorizing that, thinking about it, and likes knowing the pitchers and who he's facing. So he changed divisions in 2018. That was something they said. He has seen more pitchers recently, but not a ton. But he probably maybe hasn't gotten to have good use of that notebook, all those notes.
Yeah, that's why,
it's just crazy. He's going to play 145 games, hit 40 homers.
It's huge.
It's going to be fun.
It's absolutely huge for us. So, yeah, I'm excited about that too. No, it sounds dumb, and we also have AL East bias. So anytime anyone comes to the AL East, we do let's see what they got.
Yeah.
For hitters, for pitchers, we say if they come over from the NL to the AL East, we say, okay, let's see you do it with a DH in the lineup and how that affects you, small ballparks, blah, blah, blah. For a pitcher like Giancarlo Stanton, he was with the Marlins. You get familiar with some of the guys the Braves throw out there, the Mets throw out there, all those other teams, because you play them 19 times a year. So it sounds kind of dumb, but the longer he's in the AL East, he's going to have seen Eduardo Rodriguez before. He's going to seen a lot of these pitches before. So your book, it's getting bigger, and you love books.
I have a big book.
Big book.
Full of names.
Career 144 OPS plus.
144? He's so good when he's healthy. Yeah. So I hope he gets off to a hot start. Oh, I'm going to say that about so many people.
Yeah.
You think he's going to play the field at all? Maybe Max's over-unders about the field?
Yeah, we'll see. At this point, spoiler, when we record some of these, it's earlier. He hasn't. He said he wants to. I did think that Cashman press conference, the original one where he said Stanton's going to be a DH, that was the same presser he took shots at Glaber. I think a lot of that press conference in hindsight was trying to light the fire a little bit. Like, oh, Giancarlo Stanton, you're, great world-class athlete, but, he can't play defense right now. I think Stanton took some of that to the head, and we say, hey, yoga, Jim. So much yoga this offseason.
Agoy, backwards.
Agoy. So, I think we do. I don't know if it starts. I don't know if it's one game gets out of whack, but I mean it does drive me up a wall, and I bet it drives Giancarlo Stanton up a wall that at 31 years old, a guy that if we got all the Yankees naked, we might say he's in the best shape, that he's not allowed to play the outfield currently.
Yeah, or maybe he understands it a little bit. I mean, you kind of got to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
If he's hitting like he did in the postseason or like, anything close to that, why even risk it?
Yeah. No,
the risk reward isn't there.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd counter that with is the Yankees always have World Series aspirations, so if the season were to get to that point, or even hell, a couple interleague play series, it'd be nice to have him.
Yeah, or drag and drop a home run.
Yeah.
Just, we're going to use our pinch hitter now. He's going to hit a home run.
He's going to hit one home run. He's better in his first at-bat.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
So, it would just be a nice comfort thing. Like, we're fine with Giancarlo taking the DH at-bats every day, but we know what baseball's turned into. Guys are going to get nicked up, Voigt's going to get nicked up. You'd love to give him a DH day here and there. Judgy, like, any of these guys, a DH day can turn into a rest day, which means we get to see them in the lineup instead of whoever's supposed to be on the bench. So it would be nice to know, maybe even for this year, maybe the challenge should be, hey, you're DH in this year. If you can stay healthy the whole year, we'll consider the outfield again. But you got to give us one, man. Because right now there's not a ton of reason to believe you'll be healthy.
I know. I don't even know if they should even try it. I don't even think I'd try it.
I'm okay. I just talked myself into the year bet. You get this year. If you can stay healthy from the DH spot all year,
then we'll try it again. Okay.
You get to try outfield next year.
What pitcher do you think he hits best in the division?
Tyler Glasnow.
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's got good numbers versus Roark.
Yeah, I mean, what's he going to get past him?
I don't know, he's got 4 homers. He got 8 hits off Roark and 4 homers.
It's not fair. I mean, it's the dumb sports line, but I actually like it. Like, if there was a league above Major League Baseball, Giancarlo Stanton would be in that.
Do you want to hear his numbers versus Glasnow?
I'd love to. Does this include playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 4 for 7 with 3 homers.
Pump that heat, mate.
That's what he says to him?
I mean, they're California boys. You know how that gets.
Do you like that Hoke wrote that he was taking on a more leadership role in the clubhouse? And we had Hoke on, and I asked about that because I was like, it's kind of interesting. He's like, well, he wasn't around a lot because of injuries. And what else did Hoke say? That notebook, all those notes and those pictures and sharing and stuff.
The notes festival.
And the Yankees have lost a lot of guys who were in that role with Tanaka leaving, CeCe now 2 years removed.
Yeah, there's kind of everyone stepping up. CeCe was kind of replaced by Cole. Cole got that nod, and now Tanaka leaves. And, yeah, if Stan wants to take that void, I mean, again, it's the thing that has driven us nuts about the standard bad New York fan that you think about yelling in the bleachers. Like, Stan's personality's been awesome. Like, the dude has handled the press really well. He got the boos early, and he's like, yeah, I get it. You expect me to be good. And then he's kind of come back at the reporters, and he's given that little wry smile, like, hey, that was a bullshit question. Like, I'm not dealing with that. So it's all health. It's all winning. I mean, it comes back to the dumb New York City stuff, but if he's healthy and hitting and the Yankees are winning, you should absolutely love this guy.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear his 3 homers or more book? It's pretty impressive.
Guys he has 3 or more homers against.
Yeah.
Sure.
Max Scherzer,
Yeah, it's a good one.
Johnny Cueto,
Good. People forget.
Steven Strasburg,
Good.
Cole Hamels,
Good.
Jacob DeGrom.
Very good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you have Jordan Zimmerman, Mike Minor, Tanner Roark, Julio Teheran, AJ Cole.
Ooh.
3 homers and 11 at-bats. And Glass now.
Yeah, man.
Impressive. So what are you looking at end of the year? What's your eye going to go to first? For me, it's going to be games played.
Yeah. You want to say home runs. I mean, they're attached at the hip, if we're being honest with Stanton.
I agree.
I need you playing, and if you're playing, you're here to hit home runs. Like, that's what it is.
I agree. But I think, and then what's the limit there? Do you want 140?
Not necessarily. I mean, at this point in his career, you have to be okay with one injury stint. So if he gets one injury stint, but it's not serious, and he plays 130 games this year, but it generally seems like he's in the lineup every day for 5 out of 6 months, like, I'm going to be okay with that.
Like, I always look at Didi, because in 2017, Didi missed a month, right? He missed like all of April, basically. He still played 136 games. So I'd need him like 135 plus. I really would like no injury, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but
if he's just DHing, he shouldn't really be getting days off.
I mean,
that much.
That Didi Gregorius that you just comped, I mean, had played 155, 153, and was 27 years old. That season, he played 136. You know?
Yeah, but
like,
I mean, I'm saying he stands 31, and he's just going to DH if he's...
But you can't have that expectation at this point. You know, that's kind of fool's gold.
He's going to play 145 games. He's going to get 40 home runs. It's going to be amazing.
It'd be awesome.
Lock it down.
Lock it up. NL games.
He just needs to stay. He just needs to stay menacing.
Be menacing.
In the NL games?
Yeah.
Home run.
Just one pinch hit at bat home run every NL game.
Yes.
Okay.
You may even start him, bat him third, have him hit the home run, then replace him.
How about that? That's what G gets this year. If he can prove he's healthy, he gets the pinch hit at bat in the 7th or 8th inning. He gets to hit the game-winning home run. If he does, he gets to finish the game in left field.
Okay.
If you hit a home run to take the lead in the 8th or 9th inning, you get to play left field.
Yeah, unless Gardner's still available, they'll probably just put Gardy in.
Hey, I'm making up rules.
Okay.
So.
What does Baseball Reference have as his...
Ooh. Baseball Reference projections for Giancarlo Stanton.
71 reliability.
78%. 78%.
I have 71.
What am I looking at? I'm looking at Didi Gregorius' page. Do you not want those numbers?
Wait, I mean, we don't get to do a PPP on Didi. What
Should
do
we
they
get
got?
Didi's projections?
Yeah, what do they got Didi doing for the Phillies this year?
Didi, they've got...
81.
This makes a lot more sense now. 24 homers.
Okay.
554 plate appearances. 254, 315, 769 OPS. 78%. Big number.
They're low on Didi, huh?
A little bit. I'd tick those up.
I'd tick those up too.
Good luck, Didi. Giancarlo Stanton.
Yes, they have him with a 71% reliability, and they have him playing in 334 plate appearances.
Can I lower
That's like
that reliability?
80 games.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Can I lower that reliability too? Because that would be his lowest OPS as a player.
813.
Yes.
So they have him having
a career worst year and hurt half the season.
They have him playing half the season, and when he does play, his numbers are his worst of his career.
Yes.
By quite a bit.
So I'm rooting.
And he's only hitting
that.
15 home runs in 80 games.
I'm against that.
How many home runs did he hit last year in 23, 20? No, I'm counting the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 30 games, he hit 12 home runs. And they have him hitting 15 and 80. This might piss me off more than the O'Day one.
This is a bad one.
Or the Britton one.
This is a bad one.
Usually all the really shitty projections are for relievers.
Yeah.
And the hitters are like, you're playing it a little safe. This isn't even safe.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to explain this to me.
I hate it.
Send him a message.
I'm mad at it. What is Max's over-under?
Baseball Reference has him grounding into 8 double plays, which, hey, that one might happen. Max is over under.
That may happen because he's not going to be. He might not be running hard.
Yeah.
He's going to be told not to run.
17 in 2018.
Max is over under for Giancarlo Stanton. Over under 24.5 home runs. Sort of ties into both of the stats we're looking for.
24.5 home runs?
We've got 45, right?
Oh, over by a lot.
Again, it's just that's a health question at this point.
You don't have him
That's
fully
all that
healthy.
is.
What's that?
I have him fully healthy.
Right. No, I get that. I was saying what I was saying before, that games played and home runs are hand in hand.
Yeah. And since I have him fully healthy all season.
He plays 100 games. He's hitting 24 home runs.
Yes.
Give me the over, because why the fuck would I take the under, Max?
He hit 27 home runs in 119 games in 2016.
It's a Yankees podcast.
He hit 27 home runs in 74 games
Yeah.
in 2015. And that was in Marlins Park. Max could have said this at 30 and I would have said over.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so how about this? We're Yankee fans, okay? It's out!
Yeah.
Gotcha!
Thought they were tuning into a different type of Yanks.
What was... Oh, hell no! What would the number have genuinely had to have been for us to have, like, a conversation about it? Because we're throwing injuries out of our
37.
brain right now. He looks beautiful.
30, he's menacing.
37?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit 38 in 2018.
Yeah. And he was on a bum hamstring.
No, it's kind of rude.
Fully
And everyone called it a down year.
I have him fully healthy all season.
I have 2018 as like his baseline. Like I do think he should be better than that and has looked better when he's on a field.
Yeah, I mean he's healthy now.
He's healthy now.
He's doing yoga.
Yogurt.
He's more menacing than ever.
Menacing.
And his notebook is more filled than ever.
Big year.
And he's coming off that postseason. And he's like, I want to do that again.
Bigger leadership role?
Bigger, yeah.
My God.
I mean, so I'm projecting with 82% reliability.
Okay.
He plays 145 games.
Yeah.
Not starts, but plays in 145.
Games. Pinch hitting.
Maybe starts 135.
Pinch hit homers.
Yeah. 45 home runs. Yeah. Maybe 40. Maybe 41. We'll settle at 41. 41 home runs. And one World Series MVP.
Okay. Easy.
Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean the Yankees won. It just means he was the best player in the series. I'm not predicting. I'm not here saying I'm predicting the Yankees winning World Series, but I'm predicting that Stanton is the World Series MVP.
World Series MVP.
Yeah. Like Randy Arozarena was it last year, but they gave it to the wrong guy in the end.
Hey, know how we always compare Giancarlo
Apples?
Stanton to A-Rod, and we're like, Judge, it's Jeter, Stanton's A-Rod.
Yeah, I actually think we should pull back on that now that we know that Correa is the perfect A-Rod comparison.
I've got a better comp.
Okay.
Know what Giancarlo Stanton needs to become in Yankees culture?
What's that?
Reggie Jackson.
I thought you were going to say Hideki Matsui.
I mean, both sexy as hell,
Yep.
but just be known as a guy who hits a bunch of home runs. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October.
Less of the drama stuff.
I'm kind of in on the drama stuff.
But you don't want G doing the drama stuff. He's got an uphill battle with fans already.
In the moment, you don't want it.
Yeah. Give me some end of Giancarlo Stanton drama. Yeah.
I want him to scare one pitcher so bad.
Okay. Like I'm not pitching to that guy.
Yeah, like the first at bat, G rocks a homer. That like he kind of goes up and in on G. Then G stares at him. And then Stanton rocks a homer, and the next at bat, he just like they have to take him out. Like the manager opposing Montoyo knows, like I cannot let Roark pitch to him again.
How about position player pitching, and he just throws up the force because he's like, no way. Are you nuts?
I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Pitch to Stanton.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
If you're a position player, that's like a bad career move.
Uh-huh. Yeah, risk analysts would say don't do it.
Be healthy, big guy. Yoga.
He is healthy. Stay healthy, you mean.
Be so healthy.
Stay so healthy.
Yoga.
Yogurt and yoga.
Good diet.
You ever seen yogurt pants filled with yoga?
Say that one more time.
I said, have you ever seen yogurt pants filled with yoga?
Thanks, everybody.
Be back tomorrow.